It's Death Metal Dipper here. I'm gonna fix this shit. Okay, alright. So, I saw a couple videos on the YouTube, on some Sprite Dip, where you mix Coke Natural and Coke Wintergreen. So I'm gonna mix these two, and this is like a brand new can. This I have just about half a can left. And this, a full can. Ashton took a pinch out of this earlier. Mix it into this Coke wintergreen can that I had, so figured, it was washed out a little bit. Mouse up out the way. But fix that real quick. Since it's wintergreen, figured since it's not washed out all the way, it shouldn't really matter. So I'm gonna get a little much here. Make that much. And some natty. I don't know if I should make it like half and half, or if I should make it like, or what. Throw in a little bit more wintergreen. I'm gonna shake this up. So I'm gonna shake this up for about a minute or two, so about 3 minutes, and since it's at 155 right now, probably not even shake that. I'll probably shake about 30 seconds. But next video should be, I don't think I've done a video on Coke Straight, but that was kind of fucked up on there. Either way, that's enough. Oh god, it smells nasty. Over there. So, it kind of actually smells like Sprite, but tastes smells kind of like a nasty Sprite. Either way, I'm actually have Ashton try this later. I'm gonna. Either way, so this should pack that up a little bit better. Supposedly tastes like Sprite. I'm actually gonna have my friend Jason do it. Make a little bit more of this and have him try it when he gets here, because he's on his way here. And get some grizzly wintergreen, pick that up for Ashton. So that'd be nice. Son of a bitch. One of the reasons I hate this chair here. I'll just sit for a minute. So, I had this one for about half a minute. I said half an hour for some reason. I had this one for a little bit, and it kind of does taste like Sprite in a way. But then again, it's been a while since I've had Sprite, so I really don't remember what it tastes like. And yeah, it really don't taste too bad. I read a message there. I'm recording this on my phone. My phone's vibrating and a message popped up. But yeah. It's really, it kind of tastes like Sprite, but then again, it don't really taste like anything. So, and one of the videos I'm gonna do, once I get some money, is I'm gonna do the Dr. Pepper dip. It's a Skull Cherry and Grizzly. I think it's Grizzly Straight. But yeah. I wanna, while I'm rambling here, yeah, like I said, this really don't taste like. It kind of tastes like Sprite, but and again, it really don't taste like anything. Yeah. So, what was I about to say? Oh, I walked past my yesterday. I was walking past a freshman health class, and they were on the subject of tobacco, which is a really weird part of the year to be getting into it. But so when I was in there, we did it. I think it was the beginning of the semester, and it's almost the end of the semester, and they're just not getting into it. But yeah, they were saying he was sitting there. At the time I walked by, he was telling the class how dip, or smokeless tobacco, has fiberglass in it. And he said that the way it is, that class is the way that class is set. Right next to that class, like, so the class is here. There's a hallway that comes down this way that's going down in like the automotive and the CAD departments and shit. Like automotive, all the shop classes and my robotics class. And the fucking school forced me to take robotics. I didn't choose it. At the end of the year, they had us go into the computer lab, choose what classes we were going to take for next year. Well, for this year. I put down automotive. I put down automotive or agricultural science or some shit. And the school's kind of like, no, fuck you, you're getting put in robotics. So, I get put in robotics, I get to fucking deal with little robots and shit. Which is kind of cool. And I got to run a couple people over with it. And I kind of make it sound like it's some fucking big robot. It's just a little fucking buggy thing, like, like a foot wide by like 8 inches long. Yeah, it's only like this high, which isn't really fucking. Basically, you can set it on a computer screen, then it would take up the whole screen. That's how big it is. So that's pretty small, actually. But then there's a fucking claw thing because we're doing a game for a competition where you gotta push balls through a hole. That sounds wrong. And then like little soccer balls, foam soccer balls. You gotta push those through a little opening in the gate between the two sides, and then there's just two cylinder things. You gotta pick up the ball, put them in. Either way, I'm basically doing all the work on that because the people I'm with are fucking stupid. I'm not saying I'm smart or some shit, but I'm just smarter than them. Like, here's me, and like, here's them. Either way, there that class is. There's the class, and there's a hall going on there. Right after he said that, I walked down into this hall and sat there. I stood, like, right around the corner by the door. I'm sitting there talking. Or he's sitting there talking about how there's fiberglass and dip. That's how you get the nicotine. And after he said that, he's like, well, because puts little cuts in your gums and shit, and that's how it absorbs it. And those of you that actually do your research and shit and know about it, that you get the nicotine through membranes or some shit in your mouth, and that soaks up the nicotine. And because if it was fiberglass and it was cut, you would bleed through them, and your mouth would bleed every time you fucking dipped. And unless your mouth bleeding every time you dip, and shit getting cut, because you would bleed and the blood would push the nicotine out and you wouldn't get any nicotine out of it. But I'm kind of sitting there after he said that, I was like, no, there's not. He comes outside and he goes, so you know about smokeless tobacco and shit? I was like, well, yeah, because I do it. And he was like, alright, come and tell the class that you know. So, I walk in there, basically just told him that. I was like, well, there's membranes in your fucking lip and shit under your tongue. And the nicotine, from what I understand, comes out in the saliva, or in the dip spit. No. It soaks up through somehow, and then you spit out that. It's basically just fucking colored saliva. That's all it is. And which none of my family really knows I dip. So it's a good thing my cousin wasn't even there. She'd go home fucking blabbing her mouth. She'd be like, oh, Blake dips, and her mom would fucking blab. The whole fucking family would know within a couple hours. Well, actually, my dad knows I dip. He doesn't know I dip anymore. He thinks I quit. Because when I was on probation, I did quit for a little bit. And then my first dip, again, was Grizzly White Wintergreen. And before I got put on, I got put on probation for shit I didn't even do. I just got put on probation because I was with him. One of my dumbass friends decided, I think I said this in one of my other videos. One of my dumbass friends decided to, the fuck? My guitar, I'm so fucked up. But one of my dumbass friends, we went to the dollar store. And because, I was hungry, so I was like, alright, let's go to the dollar store, some shit, buy some food. Because I feel like walking all the way across town to like McDonald's or something. And the dollar store was right there. So let's go over to the dollar store and get some food. So we're walking through. I'm walking through looking for some food. And he takes off. Because I went to talk to him. He's gone. And I was like, alright, well, I'm going to go check out. And I'll wait for him outside. And he was wearing cargo pants and a baggy ass hoodie. And as I was checking out, he comes up to me. And his pockets are bulged out like a motherfucker. And the cashier's like, what's in your pockets? He fucking pulls out, he took a 6-pack, put it in his pockets. He got a bottle of wine. He got a 6-pack of beer, a bottle of wine, and a pack of lighters. So I got charged with it because I was with him. And I had a bottle of something. That was a piece of shit. I wasn't fucking weightlifting at the time. So I had like vitamins and shit that I bought there from a couple days before that. The police searched both of us and I had that. And I guess I got charged for stealing those because the cop that arrested us called up Dollar General and he asked if they sold any of those that day. So I got charged with stealing those even though I bought them like a couple days before. And that's how I got charged with that. So I got put on probation for that. And the fucking judge was just gonna wipe that out, and I wouldn't got probation. But I was hanging out with one of my other friends, he decided to went to 7-Eleven. I was gonna go buy a Monster. There was one of the new Monsters that came out. It was just the M100. And I saw pictures of it and what they weren't at the store. Well, not in the cooler. I didn't know they weren't really out then. They were out in certain stores. But I didn't know if that store had them, so I asked if they had them. And when the person went to the back, he grabs a bottle of whiskey and shoves it in his pocket. And he chugged the whole fucking bottle. And he ended up going to the hospital for alcohol poisoning. And they asked where he got it. He said he stole it from 7-Eleven. And I was on the cameras there, asking the person to go back and look for the thing I was going to buy. And I got charged with it because the police assumed that I distracted the person so he could get it. When in all reality, I was just trying to see if they had a Monster I wanted to buy. So I got charged with that, got put on probation for 6 months. I was on level 2 probation. The thing that Ashton's on right now, he's on that for skipping class. And one of our friends, his friends, is on level 3 for possession of narcotics. Because she ended up stealing some of her brother's medical marijuana. And she got caught with it. So she's on level 3 for that. And the guy I was with that stole the whiskey, he got put on level 4. Because he originally got put on level 2, then he ran away from home. Stole some more shit, got caught with dip. They moved him up to level 4. Okay. I don't know if that picked up on there, but there's a fucking bang outside my door. Either way. So I'm going to end this video here. And if you ever want to try the Sprite Dip, it's just take a small pinch of Copenhagen wintergreen, mix it with a smaller pinch of Copenhagen natural, just under the same size. Mix them together, and it kind of does taste like Sprite, but then again it doesn't at the same time. So, in this video here, see you on the next video. The next video will probably be Longhorn Wintergreen.